Hi and welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be having a chat about a comic that caught my attention in my local comic shop about I think 2 weeks ago, and it's the Untold Legend of the Batman Treasury Edition by DC. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And this is a Treasury edition that took me completely by surprise. I had no idea that it was going to be published, and I just came across the last issue in a local comic shop here in Dublin, and I think at this stage it's totally sold out because I've been looking for another copy, but it's nowhere to be got. So I think this one may have come up and sold out quite quickly. But it's a beautiful. And what's interesting is that here I have issue 1 of the series from 1980, and this is the original comic. And I also have issue 2. And I also have issue 3, but it's somewhere in my collection. And of course, I went looking for it. I thought it would be with these two, but it's been misplaced, so I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in the boxes, and I just have to go looking for it. But the reason why this has such a, when I saw this I immediately got it because it has such a nostalgia for me, is that when I was 10 years old and there wasn't a comic to be got where I'm from, they were like gold dust, they were just very hard to come by. I came across the name and address for a comic shop in Bristol called the Forever People, and I sent away when I was 10 years of age and this was like I was 10 in 1980 when this comic came out, so it was 1980 when I sent off for the catalogue, which was a huge deal for me, like 10 years of age, born in the middle of nowhere in Ireland, and getting this catalogue being sent to me from I think Cardiff was where the shop was based in Wales, and the catalogue arrived, and it was just fascinating at 10 years of age looking through this catalogue, and you saw little black and white covers of some of the comics, and these were all the comics they had for sale. They just had everything for sale, and you could send a postal order and you could buy a comic. So after much deliberation and thinking, I said, I'm going to buy myself a Batman comic. And it was a big deal for a variety of reasons. Comics weren't available, and it was just, I was 10 years of age and I had to get a postal order and send it off in a self-addressed envelope and all that kind of stuff. But, and I can remember it quite vividly in my head, or parts of it at least, but it was a big deal. So I sent off to the Forever People comic shop, and they wrote back to me and they sent me a comic. And I always remember the letter they sent to me, and they said, like, "Dear Patrick, thank you for your purchase of your Batman comic. You failed to note which number of Batman, which number you wanted to purchase. So we've gone ahead and selected this one to send to you." And look what they sent me. The Untold Legend of the Batman #1 with artwork by John Byrne. So look, it was fated that John Byrne would be my favourite, would go on to become my favourite comic artist, and along with the great George Perez. And so let's get stuck straight into it. Sorry about the storyline, folks, the long drawn out story, but it's just important, just because this is what the resonance, this is the nostalgia power that these comics have for middle-aged men like myself. So, and I devoured this comic. I just reread it and read it, and it would be many, many years later when I would get the other two, number 2 and number 3 of this 3-part series. So I think that this was John Byrne's first artwork for DC. So that was a big deal. And I think he was originally slated to do all 3 issues, but I think due to a time delay, he had to give up after issue 1 because he had other projects he wanted to work on. So the artwork went elsewhere. But it's just, it just really brings back so many happy memories to me. And of course it's Bruce Wayne, and Dick Grayson is Robin in this run. So, you know, I suppose comics with Dick Grayson are kind of important. And there's Bruce Wayne donning a Robin costume before he became Batman. And this was the costume that was handed on to Dick Grayson, who became the first Robin. Look at that lovely splash page there. Look, isn't that beautiful? So a very beautiful comic, and just, hey, it's Batman, so you can't go far wrong at any time. Doesn't matter who the artist is. Batman just has the knack to always deliver. Of course, John Byrne with his early pencils, beautiful. Yeah. So when I went into, I think it was Forbidden Planet here in Dublin, they had, and I think it was on the day it was released, they only had 1 issue left of the Treasury edition, and I'm just going to open that now. And I just said, yeah, I'm going to get this. And then I was going up to 2 other comic shops here, and they just asked about it, and they said, no, they completely sold out. So there is the original cover there for issue 2, and there is the cover for the Treasury edition. And that's, yeah. So this is like, this was never released. This was never released as a Treasury edition, this 3-part series. So this is DC taking 3 of their comics and turning them into Treasury size editions and publishing them, which means that if they can do it for this 3-part series, they can do it for all their other comics. So, you know, we might be getting Treasury editions of other comics that we thought we would never get. And just beautiful, and just giant sized artwork. Look at that. See? Beautiful. And I'm going to try, let me see. So it goes on to issue 2 and issue 3. And it concludes the story, which I'm not going to give away because I think it would be a nice issue for any of you who are watching who haven't read this to just pick it up and have a read. But what I'm going to try to do is, oh yeah, they have a few extra editions at the back that Treasury editions usually have. Just a few pages, that's Secrets of the Batman, and, you know, there's the Batplane, Batcopter, the DC feature page, and, yeah, look, there's the cover for issue 1, there's the cover for issue 2, and look at that beautiful issue 3 cover. Isn't it beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous artwork, beautiful. Yeah. By Jose Garcia Lopez. Goodness gracious, what an artist, huh? Lopez just, I think he did the cover for all 3 actually. And oh, he is worthy of it, of any title that you can give out for that man. And for Jose, absolutely, because he just did beautiful artwork for DC. Look there, Superman versus Muhammad Ali. How cool is that? And then there's an advertisement for, I think, is that a Treasury edition for Superman versus Wonder Woman? So yeah, and there at the back, you've got a golden opportunity and you can sign up, become a charter member of the Superman Club. And maybe some of you are watching this channel, maybe you did subscribe to this membership, maybe you got this membership to the Superman Club. So folks, there you have it. So that's the Untold Legends of the Batman Treasury Edition with issues 1 and 2 and 3, which is upstairs somewhere. And just to bring this video to an end, and it is Batman. So in 1980, at 10 years of age, I was getting a Batman comic, and this is this month's release for Absolute Batman, and it's number 5, which is a series that I'm reading at the moment. It's one of the few relevant, or one of the few present date runs that I collect and read and enjoy. And this is a great run so far for Absolute Batman for the All-In series for DC. So and I think I've done a couple of shorts and a few of the Absolute Batmans that I've got already. So you can check them out in my short section. But look, folks, again, I have 98 subscribers on my channel, which is fantastic. And fingers crossed I'll get 100, which will be like absolutely brilliant. Never thought that would happen. So for all of you who are watching, I just want to thank you, take the opportunity to say how much I appreciate you checking in, liking, subscribing, and yeah, happy reading of your comics. And I hope they bring you as much happiness and joy as they did to me as a 10-year-old. So take care, folks. Bye, and thanks for watching.